Hello, and welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. From today, we're going to begin a new series, and we're going to look at 11 different beers from the Kyoto Brewing Company. And these are fairly recent beers that they have produced, and I visited their tap room not too long ago and picked up these 11 bottles. And Kyoto Brewing Company is located in, of course, Kyoto, which is one of the ancient capitals of Japan. They started in the year 2015. They've been going a little over 5 years now. And they were founded by three people, an American, a Canadian, and a Welshman. And full disclosure, I know all three of them, and I have known the American who is the head brewer for a number of years when he was a home brewer, even before he started brewing. He used to bring us his home brew, beer drinking friends, and we would sample it and give him our impressions, and he was an excellent home brewer. He also studied in the U.S., and he did an internship at Lost Abbey down in Southern California. And then in Japan, he did an internship at one of the very best craft breweries in this country, which is Shiga Kogen Beer. So he got a lot of experience, and they started in 2015, and they were named the best new brewery in Japan for that year by Rate Beer in the Rate Beer Best rankings. And they were also, in 2019, the last year, they were also voted the best brewery in Japan by Rate Beer Best. So they have been around again for 5 years. They have a tap room, which is now has limited access due to the coronavirus. You can go in and buy beer and sit outside and drink, but they haven't opened the upstairs seating area yet. And they're open on weekends primarily, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Occasionally they open for on holiday weekends. They may open a little longer than that. They have three main flagship beers, which you can buy on their website. And they also have two seasonal lines. One is called the Kimagure line, and that's generally pale ales or IPAs, things like that. And their second seasonal line is Shunka Shuto, which is, they're generally saisons. And these are 4 quarterly beers following the seasons. So Kimagure will have a spring version, a summer version, etc. And Shunka Shuto actually does mean spring, summer, autumn, and winter. So they come out, so they have 2 seasonal lines, 4 beers each in each one, so 8 seasonal beers a year. But they put out a lot of one-offs too as well, quite a few beers. On Rate Beer, in fact, they list 168 different beers, and this is as of October. So in 5 years, they have made that many different beers. And on Untapped, 137, so they haven't got quite all of them yet. And the average ranking for their beers rating. And here we go with another beer from Kyoto Brewing Company. And this is an unusual one, not just for what it is, but for what it pairs with. This beer is called Ichi, which means one. And we're going to have this one, and then the next beer is called Ni, which means 2. And these beers are exactly the same recipe. One is single dry hopped, this one, Ichi, and the other is double dry hopped. And so it's kind of an experiment for Kyoto Brewing. They made exactly the same recipe, and for one of them, they single dry hopped the beer, and the other, Ni, they double dry hopped the beer. And this label is rather simple. It has the old kanji for Ichi, which you sometimes see The time I remember seeing it is the curry chain in Japan called Koko Ichiban. They use this kanji instead of the normal Ichi single line kanji. And this beer came out in September of this year, and 6.5%, 38.5 international bittering units. So they specify to the half bittering unit. And on Rate Beer, it has 2 ratings, an average score of 3.75, and on Untapped, it has 28 ratings, an average of 3.91, so a bit higher. So a single dry hopped IPA, and let's talk briefly about the ingredients. The malt in this beer and in Ni, the other one we'll look at, excuse me, next is Pilsner malt, wheat, and carapils. The hops are bittering. For bittering is Columbus. For flavor and aroma, Cascade, Simcoe, Citra, and Sabro. And a newer Sabro is somewhat of a newer hop. And the hopping, the dry hopping, apparently is a 50-50 blend of Citra and Sabro. At least it is for the Ni. I assume it is for Ichi as well. Okay, so a single dry hopped IPA at 6.5% called Ichi from them, from Kyoto Brewing. Let's give it a go. I'm looking forward to this. I think I'm going to try this and then try Ni and then try them side by side a little later on and see how they go. A friend of mine had both of them side by side in a beer bar in Kyoto, and so it was a very interesting experiment to see. But here we go. Okay, it's a clear, medium gold straw color. You can see right through it. And it's got a nice fat finger of sort of fluffy white head. Okay, and through the light, what do we get? Okay, you can see the carbonation slightly rising up there. And the aroma. Okay. Get some mild tropical fruit. Something like papaya, mango. Overripe citrus. Okay. The nose leads you to think the flavor is going to be a little bit more punchy than it is, but it's nice. The flavor has similar elements, mild tropical fruit. Something else in the background, what is it? Some kind of spicy note going right down the middle of the palate. It's hard to tell what exactly it is. This is very tasty. Light metallic note in the finish. Okay. Moderate fruitiness. Malt is mild. Seems a bit thin-bodied for an IPA. There's a ton of flavor in it, though, really. Tropical fruit and citrus really does come through. This is a very nice beer. Give it a go. Please check out Kyoto Brewing. This is Kyoto Brewing Ichi. In the next video, we will look at Kyoto Brewing Ni, which means 2, the double dry hopped version of the same beer. Okay, please do subscribe to the channel and leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you. Let me know what you think about Kyoto Brewing. Kyoto Brewing is available throughout Japan. If you go on their website, you can find a variety of their beers for sale, and they also have mixed packs that you can get. So check them out. They're one of the better breweries in Japan. That's it for today. Take care. Bye-bye.